welcome to a book discussion, Books and the Earth. Today we're going to be talking about the environmental impact of books. How do you know which books are printed with recycled and certified paper? Are digital books better than printed books? And how can we make a difference? The information in this video comes from Georgina Wilson Powell's Is It Really Green? Up high, down low, up high, down low, doosla! Is It Really Green has all sorts of trustworthy information on which things are better for the environment than others, including the topic of books. If you are the kind of person who wants to protect our planet, this book might be right up your alley. So, on to the video! Both digital and print books have an impact on the environment. To manufacture an e-reader, it requires mining rare materials for the battery and screen, plus transportation to your house when you buy one, etc. Printed books use water, ink, and paper. 8.5 gallons of water go into producing a single book. That's a lot of water. To put that in perspective, in 2018, 65 million books were printed and sold in the US. That's a lot of resources. And a lot of water. To really make a difference by reading on an e-reader or Kindle or things like that, you'd have to read 25 books a year on the e-reader. I don't know, I can't remember how many books I'd read a year, but how many I read on the, on digital, it's definitely not 25. Like, I don't read 25 books in digital format to make a difference that way. Reading on a digital device may not be up your alley. Personally, I like reading a printed book much more. Also take into consideration that, yes, if you read all your books in digital format, it will be better for the environment, but will be better for you. Reading on a screen is not as good for your eyes as a printed book. So, to those who love printed books, what can we do? 1. Trying to buy used books or get them from the library. 2. Try to buy books that are printed on using recycled paper. 3. Donate books you don't want to a library or a friend. 4. Buy paperback instead of hardback. The reason behind buying paperback instead of hardback is that hardback... Let's get a hardback here. Okay, look at this. You have all this jacket, which has all this coating on it. Then you have all this extra resources that go into making the cardboard in there and all this extra bits and pieces. So not necessarily you should not buy hardcover, but if you can help it, if there's a choice between hardcover and paperback, maybe you should go for paperback. Those are some of the ways we can lessen the impact of our books while we're shopping. Another thing to think about is, how do you know that books are printed on recycled paper? Well, a pretty easy way to tell is to look at the copyright in the beginning of the book, and if it's recycled, it should say something like this, FSC qualified paper, or something like that. Or if it's not FSC, it will say printed on recycled paper or something like that. Sadly, not all books are printed on recycled paper. I'm guilty of it too. It's hard to find books with recycled paper. This is Lord of the Rings, which can make money and is able to print it on that book, but cheaper books like Artemis Fowl are not. Oh, actually it is. Never mind, it is. Oh, sorry. Not Artemis Fowl. Artemis Fowl is, but another thing... Yeah, it's printed on sustainable paper sources. Not necessarily recycled paper, but it's printed on sustainable paper sources, according to the cover. Anyways. Also, another thing is that this has got some coating on it. It's not real paper. It's got some kind of coating on it. There's also the raised letters, which is also impact. But, yeah. One thing I want to stress is that just don't stress. Don't panic. Don't, especially around books. There's only so much we can do about books, because, yeah. One thing you can do is contact the publishers. Gotta put that thing in there. I will buy more of your books if you print them on reliable paper sources, or things like that. But I care for the environment. And it's hard sometimes when you feel you can't make a difference. But you can. So I hope you take away from this video that you can make a difference.